Hello everyone, my name is Mel, this is Murakarla, this is Ajmal and Andres, and we are grad students at FIU in the Biomedical Engineering Department. We work with a group called PATSUP, who we work to bring medical technology to the underserved population. So what do we do here? We work in photonics, and photonics, as it relates to the human body and medical devices, is we used to work with key concepts of light that interact with human tissue, and then we try to extract relevant medical information from there to help monitor health conditions. So first, the key concept of light. Here we have a white light source, similar to the sun. It has all the spectrums of light, as you can see, in a rainbow. And what this prism will do is it will diffract the light and change how change the white light source into a gradient, turning it into a rainbow. All right. So first, that's something cool that you can see in everyday life. So next, we have two tanks here, one with water and one with milk. What we're having here is we have a green laser that's going to go through the water, and you can see that it goes directly through all of it, and then you can barely see the beam that goes through the center. Now, if we move this beam to this milk, look what you see here. The milk scatters the light so that it doesn't travel as far, and it only goes through about a third of the way through the container. So that's pretty cool. So that's how light, so that's what you want to keep in mind. That's how light kind of interacts with different materials. So now we have this fabulous 5-pound gummy bear, as you can see here. So what we're going to show with this gummy bear is we have 3 different colors of light, red. So you can see here that red actually kind of goes through this, the top part of this gummy bear to a certain extent. But if we change colors to green, it actually doesn't go through at all because it's being absorbed by all the by the specific color of the gummy bear. Now we can try it with blue as well. So this is something that you can try yourself. If you buy a gummy bear, you can kind of pass it through different colored lights that you have at home. Now just for fun, we're going to try this big white light source, and you can kind of see it go through. And as he puts it on the side, you can kind of see how far the light will travel through each different color. So. Well, these are the core concepts that we kind of use to explore the different medical technologies that will be able to interact with the human body. So now what becomes more relevant, as you can see with Andres over there, is something we call PPG. And PPG with this finger clip, if you've seen before in hospitals or TV shows, it can help monitor heart rate or pulse. As blood travels through your body in a cycle, it pulses and changes the amount of blood in your finger. So you can see in this image, it represents kind of how this technology works. So with this, we have something called a pulse oximeter. And the pulse oximeter, this wireless white device that Andres is holding, you can use at home, you can use on the go. What it does is it can monitor your oxygen level and your heart rate. Now this is more relevant today because oxygen level, as we know, with COVID, you can help monitor to see if you're feeling sick or anything, or if you're in conditions where you may or may not need to seek medical attention. So this is kind of a wireless at-home device that you can use. So this is also relevant to smartwatches that everybody seems to be wearing nowadays. What we've done in our lab is we've taken it apart an Apple Watch, as you can see with Ajmal over here. So we want to be able to understand the technology that they use and kind of change and make it better or more comprehensive so that we can access better medical information from these devices. Now, what we have here is something called an IR camera. IR stands for infrared, and infrared is a specific spectrum of the wavelength that is more sensitive to temperature. Now, as we know all around, temperature specifically of the body is often checked in grocery stores or certain places so that people aren't walking around with a fever. So this is something cool that would be very relevant today out in the world, that you can see if, hey, whichever person is running a little bit high temperature, you can wirelessly monitor them and then tell them, hey, you may be sick, or you may need to seek medical attention. But this is something really cool that you can see that you can purchase and play around with. So these are the key concepts of light and some of the cool things that we can do with it in order to help advance medical instrumentation and technologies. Thank you very much.